up there, stinker? You're funny. That's why I keep you around, because you're funny. Happy freaking Sunday, everybody, and welcome to a very chill vlog.
Hey man, what are your favorite exercises to do at the gym?
I have 4 favorite exercises: dumbbell curls, preacher curls, standing curls. My favorite exercises are the best bang for your buck kind of exercises. You know, bench press, military press, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups. But if I had to choose one, it'd be curls.
Jake, what's your favorite candy? I like Warheads.
I'm actually gonna go with candy bars on this question. I'm gonna say fast breaks. For whatever reason, the fast break just has a perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter. It's kind of along the same lines as Reese's or Reese's. I don't ever eat them though. Like the last time I actually ate a fast break, it's a very long time ago.
Jake, what are you most excited for on your 50-state road trip?
First off, just starting the freaking trip. But then second off is meeting you guys and seeing all these wonderful places and the places you guys recommend in each state.
Hey Jake, would you ever buy another dirt bike? If so, would you start group rides?
I had a dirt bike hitch carrier, and that's how I was carrying around my old dirt bike. But the thing about that is you can't open up your rear swing tire carrier with that in the way. So it's not practical at all to be able to get into the back easily. And I really don't want to be pulling a trailer around for 50 states either. So at this point, I'm not really sure how I'd do it. But if anyone says, hey, come meet up with us, we'll go dirt biking, we happen to have a spare dirt bike, heck yeah, I'm totally down for that.
Hey Jake, I was wondering if you had a favorite Halloween movie.
Oh, my favorite scary movie. I would actually have to say the original Friday the 13th.
If you could be a monster, what monster would you be?
I'd be a freaking werewolf. Hold up. Oh, I'd be a werewolf. I don't know. Werewolves are always cool, and they're kind of part man too. So, you know, one of these nights, get a full moon out, turn into a werewolf, terrorize the neighborhood with Annie, run around eating cows and stuff. You know, I think that'd be awesome. I'd totally be a werewolf. Good girl. Go have fun. Go play. I got Q&A.
What is your favorite Halloween memory? Like trick-or-treating or something? I don't know. That's AJ. He's having fun. AJ, what do you want to say to Jake?
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi AJ. How you doing, buddy? My favorite Halloween experience. It would have to be the time when my buddy and I hopped on skateboards and we got the most candy we had ever gotten in our entire lives. We were 14 years old, freshman year high school. I was dressed up as a Sasquatch. Got that on my 12th birthday or something. It wasn't quite Hollywood Sasquatch, but it was pretty good. We just bombarded the city. We circumnavigated the city. We went to every house known to man. There was 70,000 people in there. We got a lot of candy. We had a couple dump trucks full of candy. It's pretty amazing. Then we donated it all. I mean, it's a pretty memorable time. I think we actually had backpacks and we filled them up full of candy. It was with my really good buddy Joseph Chun, who was an international student who lived with me my sophomore year. Ever since he lived with me that time, we became like brothers. So I'll never forget that time with him. It was his first time ever trick-or-treating. I hardly ever see the guy anymore. He lives in New York. But when I get to New York, you guys will get to meet him on the vlog. Great name.
If you could put any upgrade on Jade, what would it be?
Supercharged turbo diesel. Sometime along this journey, I'm sure Jade will be getting a new engine. I'm gonna be looking at all my options, and I'd want to go to something that's gonna be more efficient, but still have that torque for off-road. That's my #1 later goal. New engine, efficiency, yeah.
Hey Jake, just wanted to know, do you prefer cans or bottles?
How long do you think it's going to take you to complete the 50-state road trip?
I have no idea. The reason I say this is because initially I was thinking a month in each state. However, if you do the math and then you add in some sippy cup moments, some natural Jade needing some, Band-Aid moments, that could easily be 4.5, 5 years. I'm now thinking more like 2 weeks, or maybe like even 10 days. The first few states are gonna be trial and error. I've never had a problem finding things to do on the road. There's always something going on. Thing is, I probably will be self-adjusting on, okay, here's a big adventure day, here's kind of a recovery day. Because naturally, it usually takes a little bit to get out to these spots, and then you gotta think about the time coming back away from them to upload and everything. The whole game changes when you're on the road. Everything is just more difficult living on the road. So I'm gonna say right now that I am gonna be rusty again because I've been in this limbo stage for so long. Every time I've done that and came back though, I usually pick it up faster. So really it's gonna be trial and error, and it's gonna be seeing how everything works out with the Wrangler meetups.
Will you be dressing Annie up for Halloween?
Great question. I actually am thinking about doing it. I never thought I'd really dress up my dog, but Annie feels like my little kid. She really does. So I probably will go to Petco because I have really nothing going on. Now that Jade's gone, I can't even work on her. I might talk to Verona about going to Petco or something. Get Annie a costume. We'll have to see. Tomorrow's Halloween. I don't know. First time I'm trying it. Not a question, but that is going on the vlog. Annie, you having fun down there? She's sleeping by my feet right now.
Hi, Jake. Me and Taco are wondering why so many shirtless dudes send you questions.
My last Q&A, or actually there has been several Q&As, for whatever reason, I get shirtless guys asking me their questions. But I think what it is I usually send out late that I'm going to be doing a Q&A, and then they're in bed already, and they're like, oh, Jake did a snap. I'm half naked, who cares? This is my question. That's what I'm hoping. If it's another reason, whatever. I don't know, and I don't care. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't.
Hey, Jake, I'm Scott, and this is Toby. And we want to know, how big is Annie supposed to get?
The previous owner said they're expecting Annie to get around 30 pounds. And right now she's about 17-ish. So not a lot bigger, about double the size. However big she gets or small she stays, I'm cool with. I can't change it. But if she stays smaller, I'm totally fine with that. Then she can still sit on my lap. We fit in the sleeping bag really well right now too. So I wouldn't mind if she stayed smaller. She's a cutie either way. Well guys, that about sums up the Q&A. I really appreciate your guys' questions. Thank you guys so much for sending them in. I cannot wait to get Jade back, but I don't know, it's just gonna be a couple days. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. If you're with your kids, hope they get tons of candy. If you're going on your own, I hope you get tons of candy. My mom used to be a dental hygienist, so I will say, brush your teeth, you don't want to get no cavities. They are no fun. This was not a question tonight, but I've never had a cavity before because my mom always made me brush my teeth and floss and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with Annie and I. It's just a chill rainy day out here in Oregon today. Little sad and depressed without Jade, but I'm doing all right because you guys are so cool and you guys sent so many good questions. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, Annie, you ready to get out of here? Yeah, you ready to get out of here? After you, my dear.